Ako kasi I will be speaking as one of the movant and petitioner for the People's Initiative. Advocacy ko na to matagal na eh. In fact, when I chair the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, naipasa natin sa 18th Congress yung amending restrictive economic provision of the Constitution. Pero sa tagal ng panahon at sa dami ng proposal, talaga ang culprit naman talaga dyan ang Senado. Palaging inupuan nila at dinidribble nila at walang nangyayari. All can say that they are really the graveyard of all those needed constitutional amendments. Kaya nga ho, itong People's Initiative na ito, this was born out of frustration. Walang ginagawang Senado, yung House of Representatives, palagi naman ginagawa yung kinang constitutional duty to propose the needed amendments in the Constitution. Pagdating sa Senado, hindi ina-actionan. And therefore, we have no other choice but to use the third mode, this People's Initiative. So once and for all, umusad itong needed change in our Constitution.
Okay, Mayor, syempre pag tinanong mo yung Senate, no, ang sasabihin nila mawawala ang checks and balances. The reason kung bakit nila parating inupuan, no, itong mga suggestions to change a constitution is precisely because they are safeguarding the rights, etc., etc. Okay, narinig na natin yan lahat. They are
safeguarding their personal interests, which is to lord over what they want in the Constitution. They are more of self-preservation rather than serving the general interest and welfare of the Filipino people. Alam nyo, yung restrictive economic provision has been there for the past 37 years. And that has been infused in the 1987 Constitution, not based on practicality, but on the notion of nationalism. But 37 years ago, hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung globalization and liberalization. So that right now, what happened was, after 37 years, tayo yung #1 very restrictive economy in the ASEAN. And #7 tayo, pulila tayo pagdating sa pag-entice ng mga foreign direct investor because of that very restrictive economic provisions in the Constitution that resulted into what? Monopoly and oligopoly. In fact, because of that restrictive economic provision, we were forced to, rely on those Filipino businesses that are undercapitalized. Kaya yung ating public utilities ngayon, makita mo talagang does not serve really the interest and what the Filipino deserves. And tayo pa ba ay mag-aantay pa at magdadramahan pa dito? And that's why the Senate should not play a victim here. We should look into how they were so inefficient in, acting on the needed change in the Constitution. Noong 18th Congress, kinahon namin yung yung economic amendments. Sinabi pa namin doon, voting separately. Ano ginawa nila? Inupuan rin nila. 19th Congress, ganun pa rin. Inuupuan pa rin nila. Nagkumahog lang sila gumalaw yung nalaman nila na meron ng People's Initiative. So, I think the Senate should not play a victim here.
Okay. Sir, we understand your point na sabi nga po ninyo, yung Senate, yung kumbaga, parang laging humaharang doon sa mga previous attempts. But let me reiterate Sean's question earlier. Paano yung checks and balances? Sino yung magbabantay sa Congress kapag gumulong na po itong usapin na to?
Oo, napaka-valid po ng point na yun.
Maliho yung concept nila ng checks and balance. Ang gusto nila ng check and balance, kami ang magdidikta. Kung ayaw naming 24, walang magagawa ang House. But in a form of checks and balance wherein Congress sitting as Constituent Assembly, everyone will be considered as a component element of that Constituent Assembly. Senators and congressmen alike will be there to serve not as senator, not as respective representative of the district, but serving the general welfare of the Filipino. Meaning, if you want check and balance, you should participate and then air your concern and the wisdom behind any proposed amendment to the Constitution. But the essence of, equal representation is one member equals one vote. And that is pursuant to the democratic system of our government. Hindi pwedeng yung 24 ang maghahari-harian sa buong Kongreso. Kung anong gusto nila, yun lang ang dapat. Hindi po. The checks and balance would say one member equals one vote. And at the end of the day, Sean and Maricel, that proposal will still remain a proposal because that will be subjected to a plebiscite called for that purpose. Taong bayan pa rin ang mag-aaproba. Bakit takot na takot ang Senado ipasa to sa taong bayan? Remember that we are a Republican and democratic state and sovereignty resides in the people and all government authorities emanate from them. Bakit gusto nila kontrolin lang ng 24 senador? Bakit ayaw nila to ipasa sa taong bayan? Ang masama ho dyan kasi ang Senado na naman, ino-hostage na naman yung People's Initiative, ginagawa na naman na rason, na samantalang ang bola nasa kanila. Matagal lang ginawa ng House of Representatives ang kanilang trabaho. Siguro naman na gawin na nila yung kanilang homework or yung kanilang assignment na matagal nang nakabinbin sa kanilang, kumbaga, sa Senate. And it's high time that the Senate should act on it and act with dispatch so that we can, resolve this economic, needs of our country.